Okay, here's a little bit of overview. What we're going to use here is the hands-free. This comes from Harbor Freight. I do have these type of things. Also have a camera adapter. If I had the laptop in here, I could do that. Basics here are you need wick, kind of hands-free device. You need a soldering iron that you can adjust the temperature to like 890 degrees. You need a thin flux or a thin rosin core solder. We're using a 6337. This does have lead in it. We're going to ventilate, and it's very thin. We have liquid flux, assortment of pick tools. We have our solder sucker if we need that. Okay, to the right here is what we call the hot air workstation. Basically a wand, and we'll go over that in a bit. But as you see, we have it set for 212 degrees. Doesn't really do anything till you pick it up. Now, if you can hear it, got air and got different adapters, different heat. Right there, we're doing 220. We can go way up. And this is your air temp or your air control, so you don't want to blow things over. And again, give you a couple videos to watch, probably maybe 2-3 hours of videos to watch just to get the hang of this before you even do any actual work. And then we're just going to be using some spare boards from around the house. Can't ruin anything that way. So again, it's a combination of solder and hot flow. Put this back. We'll just make sure we're nice and low, and then you can actually turn it on. We don't need it right now. Alright, kind of get it. This is a nice silicone mat, happened to come with the kit with that. So again, it's a birthday present, might as well learn something and see how it goes. Electrical solder here. This is tin and antimony. This is lead free. So what they want you to do, what we're going to concentrate on, I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see if we can see it up here. Anyway, I can point it right here. Alright, so we're going to remove these three right in line there, and a couple of the smaller ones, and some diodes over here. Okay, so that's the key. We're going to get rid of some bigger chunks tonight just to see how it goes and how to clean up the pads and maybe put them back down. Maybe we can get them to flow. We'll see how it goes. That's the whole point of doing this. Let's see if we get a different view from the top of the screen. Not really, but let's just show you from up here. So here we were looking at these parts right here. And we're going to look at some diodes there and take a few more of these pieces off. But as you can see, they can get some real minutia. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how you got to learn. If we really need magnification, we can probably get to that. But again, this isn't professional. I just want to give you the basics. If you were here, it'd be a little bit easier. So again, we're just going to use isopropyl 90%. Clean it off with Q-tips first thing, and then we're going to load up. Probably go ahead and work this area here, these three big ones, and we're just going to use solder gun on each side and see if we can kip them off. If not, we'll heat up and flux and pick, and then clean them up and then put them back down. Anyway, that's the whole process. Okay, you can see the three pieces we've removed, and down here we could probably put it on macro, but we don't need it. You can see it. We can bring it in closer. Sorry. Okay, so right here you see your pads. 1, 2, 3. And what you're going to do then is going to re-wick it, and we're going to re-hit it. Probably use the new paste solder. Now the whole idea is, if I'm any good at this, you literally clean these up, lay your three components back down in the flux, and then just heat it with put the flux down, add little spots of your liquid solder, line them up with the tweezers, and then heat it up it'll link, not too much air because it'll move them around, and then that will attach. You can hold them down. It's pretty much it. But yeah, you got to sit here and take some time. I would say mess with it for a week or two. It is pretty interesting. But anyway, yeah. Hard to touch, feel, all that good stuff from a video, but you get the hang of it. Anyway, you hear the gun go off. Not bad for a $100 present. At least we can take stuff apart. Okay, we're using really fine wick. And on that, and then we come down here, and after we apply the flux, we then heat it up and press down to clean those pads up. And this is what I've just done. Put the flux down, clean it up, cleans the pads off. And then what you got is the base plate, and then we just put the liquid solder down on it, little flux then, and clean it up. And it should be able to flow the one on. We'll see. Now the macro zoom lens up, you can see that little guy there, girl, what have you. You get my poker out here and I'll show it to you right here. This guy right here. Ooh. There we go. We're looking for a couple of things. Shiny, which it is. So that was heat flow. I wish I could have had the right camera to do it, but yeah, it's pretty well. Don't put too much in there and it'll float and picks right off. Goes right on. It's literally like working with crafts, just knowing you can burn the tips of your fingers off. And it's magnifying, but dag, this is cool. So I think, you know, spend a half an hour with it every evening, get some ventilation going. Now everything I was using, the flux paste and such, you can see a little bit of that there. Yeah, that's it's lead free. So the lead was probably could have been on the board, we don't know. But again, warning, especially young people. With a very modest investment, I can share with other people who want to give it a shot, because really just come out and try it. That's really what you got to do. Then you'll see what it is, and plenty of boards to play with. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up, throw it into a little vid. So again, the whole idea was to remove those two and replace one. There you go. It is a combination of soldering and wicking, and again, we'll run you through a couple. One guy's really good wick video, a couple more with this kind of work. So it's not daunting unless you have to do 1,000,000 of them. Anyway, cool stuff. 73.